Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Aaron Mazzaconi, and tonight I'm going to show you guys how to make chain adjustments to a 2021 Ssenda adventure bike. This here is the 250cc single cylinder, which is a pretty nice machine. But enough about that, let's get into it. We're going to start off by grabbing our 19mm socket and a 3/8 wrench. And we are going to loosen off the axle nut, like so. You may need a wrench because sometimes the bolt will start to spin from the other side. But as for now, it worked out perfectly, and we have it loosened off. Next, we're going to walk over to the toolbox. We're going to find another tool. Back up 16. Welcome to the party, Mr. Number 16. But then I need that 15 right over there, so we're going to go back to the 15. So we've got a storm coming in. Alright. So the specifications on this bike claim for 15mm to 20mm of deflection. And by deflection, that is the free play of the chain moving up and down. If you'd like to come over to this side of the bike, you can see that we're having a lot more than 15 to 20. So we're going to use our 16 and 15mm wrenches. And the first thing we're going to do, this one already backed off, thank you China for that, is we're going to crack our lock nut loose. Do that on both sides. Okay, look at that, that one's loose as well. China. We are then going to take our measuring tape, which my assistant has lost. Let me just find it first. And what we are going to do is we're going to start moving the wheel outwards. Whoa, see, that's a lot of movement. And then we're going to measure the distance from here to the plate. As you can see, our wheel's a little bit loose. And we're also working with our stands here. So I decided we might as well put this thing on a stand, and this is what I found. Over improvising, I'm sure a lot of you will be. So for now, this is what we're going to do. We're working very sketchily, but I'm sure my assistant will scream when the bike starts to fall. And I'll show you that all this free play can be taken away by as little as 5mm of movement with the wheel. So with that, much better than the deflection. We can measure it. See that we're sitting around 5 centimeters. That's about 15. Right around there is where we want it. So what we're going to do is take our 15mm wrench. We're going to keep our hand on the bike so it doesn't fall off the bottle. And we're going to start to loosen our adjustable. You gotta watch this, please.
I think it's falling.
My assistant has saved it. And what we're gonna do is take this off because this just ain't gonna work. Sorry about that, guys. We almost lost the bike. The bottle almost exploded. It was bad. That's why I'm sweating. Had to get it done quick, but we have come up with some sort of solution. It's working. You can see the bike's on there pretty good. Now we're going to try to get back to adjusting this chain. So we're going to make our way back here. And what we're going to do is start to adjust the bolt outwards. So we're going to be turning it counterclockwise until we begin to contact the plate. As we begin to contact that plate, we're starting to pull tension on the chain. As you can see, it's slowly getting better. I'm gonna say that's about it, because this being a dirt bike, by the time we get it back on the ground, actually, a little bit more. That slack should bring us, with the suspension settling, to about a 15 to 20. Of course, if it doesn't work, we are going to readjust. Now we're going to come to the other side and bring this one out about the same amount, because if you look at this direction at the wheel, it should be crooked. We're going to give it a little bit of an eyeball so we have an idea of if we're close or not. We're going to take our trusty measuring tape and we're going to measure from here to the plate. And so what I'm seeing from the box to the beginning of the plate is 1 1/4. Now we're going to come to the other side. We're going to see if we've matched that. Look at that, we're actually a little bit over. So based on that, I'm going to back it out just a touch. Try to match it up. Still got a little bit more. Alright, so we're just finished with our beer break and everything seems to be in check. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lock everything down. We're going to tighten it all into place and then we're going to put a little bit of lube onto the chain. So to do so, we're going to take our trusty 16mm and our 14mm and we're going to bring the lock nut all the way to the front. Okay. And we're going to take our 14. We're going to hold the adjusting bolt and we're going to tighten down the lock nut nice and snug. Don't worry, you don't really have to kill it because this bolt doesn't do as much as you see. Like right now it's more or less for setting it. And then when you torque down the axle nut, that's what really holds the wheel in place. So now we're going to come over to the other side. That's that. Now, we're going to go back to our 19mm with our 3/8 ratchet. And we're going to start bringing this in. As you can see now, this bolt is spinning, as I had mentioned in the beginning that you might see. Oops. So you're gonna have to get yourself another wrench. Here's our 17. As I was saying, make sure the wheel is fully forward before tightening down the axle, because our adjustment plates have a little bit of extra play. They weren't exactly made precisely. So we're going to lock this down. I went to go check the specifications on the torque spec for the rear axle nut and I found nothing. Therefore, I'm going to be using this 1-foot 3/8 ratchet with a 19mm 17mm wrench on the back, and I am going to just give her until I feel a good amount of tightness. Oh, sorry about that, guys. We got our iPhone chain loop. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin this bad boy up. We're gonna spin it up and we're gonna spray directly to the center of the chain. That way we get the little spacer guides and we try to get it into the actual bearings. Here we go. Now that we've had one full rotation, we're going to do a side lube. And now we're going to try to get this side. And that side's done. So, there you have it, folks. We have adjusted the chain, lubed the chain, improvised, nearly dropped the bike, but we didn't. And I'm gonna say we had a successful evening. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit that follow button. Bye guys.